We set out to design, engineer, and manufacture the best car in the planet.
The Model S. This is an ambitious goal to create a whole new kind of car. A lot of Wall Street is betting Tesla can't get it done.
This is nine years since we delivered the first Model S. I think we're really taken it to a whole new level with with Plaid. I mean, basically our product plan is stolen from Spaceballs. We've gone Plaid speed. Why make this really fast car that's crazy fast and everything? And we got to show that an electric car is the best car, hands down. We've made huge improvements from the original car. With Plaid, we've managed to break the 2-second barrier, if you will. No production car has ever done 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. And this is a 4-door car, seats 5 adults. In addition to a crazy performance, it's also got a longer range. Even with the tri-motor high performance, it's got almost a 400-mile range. And in the dual motor configuration, it's got a 412-mile range. 420, give or take. That joke will never end. And we've also improved the supercharging speed, so you can get 187 miles of range in 15 minutes. So the quickest production car, to be clear, of any kind ever made. Like I said, first to ever break the 2-second barrier. Like, this is really something you have to feel to believe. Because it hits you right in the limbic system. It's like, damn, like, whoa. Yeah. And then in terms of additional stats, it's also the fastest production car to complete a quarter mile, so 9.23 seconds. It's got a 200-mile-an-hour top speed, over 1,000 horsepower, almost 400-mile range. Like I said, charges so fast, it'll be probably done by the time you have a coffee, basically. We have an all-new battery pack, and then new carbon-sleeved rotors for the motor. So this is the first time that production electric motor that has a carbon overwrapped rotor. This is a super hard thing to do, because carbon and copper have very different rates of thermal expansion. So in order to do a carbon overwrapped rotor, you've got to wind it at extremely high tension. It's a very hard thing to do. And it's single speed from 0 to 200 miles an hour. The RPM is so crazy that just the centrifugal force wants to expand the rotor. So the carbon overwrap actually holds the rotor, basically holds the rotor together. In fact, we're going to show you the motor. I mean, you can pick this motor up with your hands, and it can accelerate a 2-ton car to 60 miles an hour in 2 seconds. We also were able to achieve the lowest drag coefficient of any car ever made. We also have the latest and greatest in heat pump, which is basically the HVAC system for the car. It's 30% better cold weather range. And requires 50% less energy for cabin heating in freezing conditions. And the radiator is twice as big for heat rejection. So you'll be able to actually do back-to-back 0 to 60s, go on the track. When we first delivered the Model S, there were no superchargers anywhere in the world. Now there are 25,000 superchargers all around the world. So that you can basically travel anywhere you want with peace of mind, super easy. And then it's also engineered for maximum safety as well. Our aspiration for this car It still has to be tested by the U.S. government, but we think we can get the lowest probability of injury of any car ever tested. In fact, these are the actual NHTSA probability of injuries numbers. With the lowest probability of injuries ever tested, all 5 are Teslas. With the Plaid Model S, what you have is a car that is quicker than any sports car and like faster than any Porsche, safer than any Volvo. And then the design, we've obviously made a lot of refinements to the exterior. And then we've completely redone the interior. It really feels like you're driving the future, especially like non-Tesla cars are going to feel very last century. As you can see, we changed the orientation of, we have this yoke steering wheel, which is a little different, but I think once you try it, you'll think it's great. The visibility of the main screen is super clear, especially for autopilot, so you can see the entire panoramic view. And then we've gotten rid of the stalks. I think generally all input is error. If you have to do something that the car could have done already, the software should just do it. So you can actually just literally walk up to the car, it senses that you're approaching, unlocks the car based on your phone. It just basically pairs with your phone, knows that you're coming to the car, opens the door, extends the handle, you sit down, and you just drive. You don't have to press the drive or anything like that. The car knows you want to drive. It figures like, and then it's using the autopilot system to know where the obstacles are. So obviously, if there's something in front of you, you want to go backwards, and if there's something in back of you, you want to go front. It will adapt to your needs. So if it sees that you're always changing to reverse or forward in particular situations, it'll try to remember that and geocode it to that location. So then you won't have to do it in the future. It will just keep minimizing the amount of input that you need to do until the car just reads your mind. The front IP is actually slimmer and thinner, so we were able to move the front seats forward, giving more room to the back seat. And we reclined the back seat more and reduced the interior trim. Basically, the current Model S, the back seat is not amazing, but the new one, it's actually a legit back seat, I'd say. I think it's quite a comfortable back seat, and you've got also a rear screen, and you can control everything from the back. Dual inductive chargers for your phones in the back, and dual inductive in the front. And it's a 36-watt power supply, so you can actually charge like your laptop or to USB-C. It can also pair with multiple Bluetooth devices simultaneously. So multiple people could be controlling music, or somebody could be playing a video game. So you can do multiple wireless things simultaneously. There's no vents, and you can just touch the screen and move the screen around, and it'll just move the air wherever you want it. And then the 17-inch touchscreen, it feels like a movie theater. The sound is incredible. You can really, it's like a home theater experience. And the same thing for the rear. We have an all-new sound system designed by Tesla Audio. Even at very high speeds, like you're doing 100 miles an hour, still quiet. This is a Tesla-designed codec, so it will keep uploading improved versions. And then we've got an all-new UI. Really want waypoints. But obviously, it also interfaces with your calendar, and you just sort of swipe down from Navigate. You don't have to enter anything, just swipe down. The car will automatically figure out if you want to go to home, work, or what's on your calendar. If you're at home and it's kind of a weekday or whatever, it assumes you're going to go to work. So you just swipe down, automatically navigates to work, and checks traffic and gives you an optimal route. And then you can actually set it to automatically generate the most probable route. So you just get in, and it's going to guess what route you want, and you don't have to press anything. Computing technology, state-of-the-art infotainment, where this is literally at the level of a PlayStation 5. This is actual PlayStation 5 level performance. All right, so we got incredible performance, interior of the future. I think engineering that's practically alien. So, like I said, simultaneously the safest car in the world and the fastest. This is insane. So, we also got look at some things like the power curve. So I think this really illustrates the difference. It maintains 1,000 horsepower all the way up to 200 miles an hour.